Hello, Internet. Hello, Henry. And hello, hello, hello. It's been a long time. This is an After Campfire. My name is Sam Rubenstein. I moved. I went to Australia and then I moved, and Henry says I have to make a video because if I don't make a video, he'll take my shins. So, because of that, this is going to be your typical After Campfire home tour. Sydney and I bought a house. Is the entrance. This is a chandelier. We're going to go this way. We walk in. What is this door? Darkness. No. It's a washer dryer. What's this door? Darkness. No. Bathroom with a wild pattern of the wallpaper. These are flowers. And then a family room. It's a fireplace. It's a TV. It's a beautiful, beautiful window. Then we're going to go this way. We're going to go up the stairs. What's up these stairs, you ask? Well, a kitchen. It's a beautiful kitchen. It's our kitchen. We're still getting ourselves settled, so there's still going to be some mess because moving is hard. This is our dining room area. We have a sunroom out there. I'm not going to show it to you. We have a pool out there, but it's dark. We're going to go around. I'm not going to turn on the light in here, but this is our living room. It's beautiful. I love it. And then we go upstairs again. I was sick. Bam. Guest bathroom. Bam. Bam. Bow. My office. Sid's office. Bedroom, but it's messy, so I'm not showing you it. Where's the light? Where's the light? Guest bedroom. We had a guest the other night. It was Carly Aiello. Now we're back. We're out. We're going downstairs. We're answering questions. That's my house. I live here. We bought it. We've been living in it since February. We're almost fully organized and together as people. But now we're here. So, Henry had the audacity to make me make an after campfire. And I'm so tired. I've been running nonstop for months. In a way that I'm just not as young as I used to be. So, with all of that, I asked Henry a question, and in my question I asked Henry, what is something that you're technically good at, but you're not good at naturally? And I did answer my own question. I said hockey. I'm going to stick with that answer of hockey because the reality is I'm not an athlete naturally. I'm not good at hockey. I have friends who are just good at hockey. I have a friend, his name's Lopez. I'm seeing him tomorrow. He's not played hockey in months. But guess what? Tomorrow, he's probably going to play fine. He's going to be winded. He's going to be tired. But he may not be the best skater, but he can still shoot a puck, know where to be, shoot the thing, do all the stuff that he's able to do. Me, I am not that kind of person. I need to think. I play goalie, and I am, with consistency, the most technically sound goalie you'll find. And I don't mean to brag about that, but I play a lot now as I try to lose weight and get my life together. I play about 3 times a week in the mornings, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as a way just to get myself in shape. And it's been working. I feel a lot better, and it's awesome. It's really cool. So that's what's going on. And let me tell you, it's cool to do that again. But what I keep getting told by a lot of people often is that I'm just where I'm supposed to be. And when you're playing goalie, that's what you want to be. You want to be technically sound. You want to be where you're supposed to be, because otherwise you're stretching and you're pulling and it hurts. And I remember two things from when I was a kid. The first is a quote from Mike Richter, who was a goalie for the New York Rangers and is a Hall of Famer and so on and so forth, who stated that if a goalie makes a save that looks amazing, it means they were out of position, which means the goalie wasn't where they were supposed to be and then had to do something crazy to get there. And then the other thing that I remember is when I was a kid, my coach told me, you can't be the best player on the ice. If you're not going to do that, you got to be the smartest. And so I take it very seriously, and I'm constantly looking as to how players are going to develop. I'm calling out things. I was talking with a few friends who I play with, and they're like, I'm not used to a loud goalie. And I'm very loud in net because I'm telling people where things are going to happen and where to move. And I do that all the time. Because it's what I know. Now, that's not, to deny that I'm not somewhat athletic. I'm pretty in shape by comparison to what I used to be, but I'm getting back to that. But like even then, my in shape is not going to be like certain friends of mine who just have higher metabolisms, higher muscle mass. I have a friend who's having trouble building like weight, like getting buff, because his metabolism's so fast that everything he's eating is just turning into muscle. I want that problem. I want to have that issue. I don't want to have to diet all the time. But I do. Now, with that, Henry asked a question about how Sydney and I live together. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. We share dishes. We do laundry. Tonight, Sydney's working late, so I'm here just doing housework. We talk. There's a lot of communication that goes into this. My advice when you're living with people is communicate. We have to plan a lot. We're going to Home Depot on Saturday to look at swatches for painting. It's just a lot of communication all the time, forever. It's a stupid answer, but it's the realistic answer. There's no trick. We have to talk a lot and plan a lot and figure things out a lot because that's just what we do. And I don't know if there's like any advice that I could give other than that. On days when I'm not doing well, Sydney picks up the pieces. When days when Sydney's not doing well, I pick up the pieces and we figure it out. And we don't sweat the small stuff. And we know what to pick fights on and what not to pick fights on. And yeah, that's it. That's my answer. It's not an exciting answer, but I don't know what to tell you. With that, Henry, I have a question. I'm going to stick to my hockey theme. So tonight was the last game of the Rangers season. They did terribly this year. But more importantly, this season was a lot of lasts. It's Marc-Andre Fleury, who's a very famous goalie's last season. It's Pat Maroon's last season. It's Logan Couture's last season. Two separate Gretzky records, both viewed as unbreakable, were broken this year. One by Sidney Crosby, who's pretty much said he's going to be done soon, and one by Alex Ovechkin, who said he's going to be done soon. And with all of these things happening, then Sam Rosen, who's been the announcer for the Rangers, retired after 40-some-odd years. So my entire life, I've only ever known this man's voice. And my dad has only ever really known this man's voice. So did my brother. And it was his last game tonight, and it dawned on me that there's a part of my childhood that I'm never going to be able to get back and I'll never see again. And if we want to talk about adulthood, it was one of those days that I remembered and felt old. Seeing all of these people who I watched growing up leave, like Henrik Lundqvist, like Fleury, like all of these different people leaving the sport. So my question to you, Henry, is what is something recently that happened that made you think that you are no longer a kid? Let me know. That's it. That's my question, and I'll see you next time.